Ooh, friends. Tap in. Come on into the room. It is Monday, November 24th. Listen, I have this karmic cord cutting. I don't know how to explain, you guys, in the background what the tool is that he's using. Hold on, you guys. Does he? Sorry, I was hoping that the sound would come through a little bit louder. It's a sound. Oh, he does say what it is, you guys. He calls it a buzz bow, and it looks like a sword. It has these attachments around it like this, though, you guys. Each sweep of the bow represents severing old energetic entanglements. It makes this whoa, whoa, whoa. It makes this sound. Whoa, I'm about to meditate with this later, y'all. I felt so called. I've been playing certain energetic resonant frequencies in music this morning, working and doing different things. It's very thick. You know what I'm saying? Come on in and tap in. Okay, I thought I would check in with you guys, see how you're doing. And now I'm thinking of the scene that I'm getting. I guess we're just going to tap right in. You know, you guys, I'll always say like the video. This circulates us to help us find our soul family. Do you hear that? It sounds like a whoa. Guys, now I'm seeing crows because the sound, it reminds me of a lightsaber. That's what it reminds me of. The womp womp. Do you hear it? He's also playing singing bowls. What frequencies is he playing on these singing bowls, you guys? That could be a message for us. Solar plexus pitch, sacral chakra pitch, heart chakra. This is what he's written. Shout out. I love this channel, by the way. You know, it's very Aquarian over here. Come on in the room. We are tapping in. We are holding tight. We have all of our hands inside the ride over here where we channel astrology. We share cards. We talk about the wheel of the year and we just hang out. Okay. As a soul family. Y'all, this sound is just sending me. It's very okay. I was drawn to my own cleansing bowl. And I'm, like I said, sound cleansing, I think is super important right now. And I'm seeing vibrational frequencies move through water. Take it as you will, right? Waters of your body. I'm hearing the waters in the air. The point is so that we can stay in a place of calm alignment. I was drawn to my sound bowls, and I was like, I'm going to share that when I do the collective message this morning. It's 11:11 on the clock here. I caught that just quickly to tell you, and then it rolled to 11:12. Thank you, Spirit, for confirmations. Yeah, come into the space. You know how sometimes we tap in, we sit down. I got my hydrational drink of choice over here, and maybe you have your coffee, and we keep channeling Space Mountain Ride. We keep channeling the boat. We're at the top of that ride. Neptune at the aneretic degree, hovering. Remember we talked about in the previous collective message where you're about to dip off? I'm hearing into the unknown, into the unknown. I'm hearing this, again, he's calling it a buzz bow. It's like our ancestors. It's like our spirit team. They're around us. Guys, ooh, this is giving me a major chills bump. Chip, chip. Okay, everything's moving really fast. Let me ground it. Our ancestors are around us, and it's giving If I need to be Darth Vader, I will be. If I need to be a Jedi, I will be. It's both sides walking around us at the teetering at the top of this. We're in the boat. The boat's going to go now being taken back to the Hopi elders. This could be a good time. I have to link that if you want to listen to it. Whoa, the sound is just giving me so much because I'm seeing like elders, ancestral spirits just circling the boat. You know, whoa, whoa. It's making sure that everyone's inside their ride before we move. I hear it like this. This energy is like, whoa, it's intense. So what I'm playing in the background, I do love the channel healing vibrations. And what I was saying is, you know, I'm always going to teach you about Aquarian frequency loves to teach you how to heal in different ways. And I am seeing electromagnetic frequency move out through the water. The waters are being charged in a certain way to hold us on this boat, okay? Let me read to you. Healing Vibrations is an excellent channel, by the way, if you like to meditate, if you do spiritual baths, whatever it is that you're doing, or even just playing in the background if you're working or you have something in your earbuds, right? So yeah, that's a great channel to tap into if you're looking for something. I'm specifically playing the one in the background called Cord Cutting Karmic Ties. Literally, it just rolled to the next video, and I was like, let's go ahead and play it in the background because I love his sound baths. That'll be a great frequency to set the tone for sharing a message. And this is what came up. Like, you know, you'll set it to kind of do like a playlist or suggested. Let's go ahead and smudge. Ooh, this energy. There's movement in the waters. Do you hear that? So I'm going to give you some Palo Santo. Maybe we're just checking in to cleanse and clear our energy, to continue the process of release, to understand that we have to float in these waters, to understand the letting go, the compassionate detachment. So this is what the little drop down is. I was looking for what he was calling this tool. So I'm going to read this to you, okay? It says, karmic cord cutting ties is a spiritual practice for release of deep energetic connections. These cords are unseen links between you and a person, a relationship, an experience, right? You can fill in a lot of blanks there. They can carry emotional weight, repeating patterns, or lessons from past lifetimes. If they are left unaddressed, these cords may drain energy and hold you back from growth. In the sound bath, he's explaining that he's using a buzz bow, which symbolizes the cutting of these ties. Each sweep of the bow represents, do you hear it? Severing old energetic entanglements, allowing space for healing, clarity, and a fresh path forward. You know what I'm seeing now? I'm seeing the scene from the most recent Moana movie, where she realizes that when she's between life and death in the water, that her ancestors were surrounding her. Remember, they had her in a bubble? This is how I'm seeing it. And now Spirit is showing me like huge whale type creatures, and this makes so much sense, you guys, because of the Piscean, because of the Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. There's a bubble. I'm seeing the whale. Are we in the whale? Anyway, whale spirit. Wow. You guys, I'm going to have to link this for you in case you want to meditate with this. I think that's super important. We're in Sagittarius season now, yeah? So we have that constant alignment with the galactic center. Okay, but we are also still in the deep waters. Okay? And we've talked about different placements. We've talked about Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. We've talked about, let me pull up today's chart. We've talked about, whoa, the way the sound is just moving through my body, you guys. I'm sorry, I did not expect that. And the moon is in Capricorn today. Okay, Mercury once again still in Scorpio, Venus still in Scorpio, 22 and 23 degrees there. We're in last decan territory. And then, of course, Black Moon Lilith, I'll continue to remind you, is still going to be in Scorpio until the end of the year. Reminder that we still have Saturn at the 25th degree of Pisces. As a reminder that we still have, once again, Neptune at that aneretic degree. But again, connecting to the divine source of all that is all the time, of all that is all the time, Spirit says, with that North Node in Pisces, okay? Whoa, the way that I'm seeing it, you guys, with these ancestors clearing around the boat. It's like when you pull in the ropes. I wish I could turn it up louder. That's crazy, you guys. I'm sorry. Whoa, that's so powerful. Woo! All right. So now I always have in my mind, yeah, like, of course I do. I always have in my mind as like what I want to do when I tap in with you guys. And then we sit down in the seat. You know how we do. Spirit taps us in. And then, hey, we're on the boat, right? I'm being called to the medicine cards. The whale. The whale. Hold on, guys. Okay, 41. I knew there was a whale. I can't unsee a huge sea creature in my mind now. I'm sorry, what was it? Whale, number 41, page 201. When I opened up the page, it was on 222 right there. That's crazy. Okay, let's read whale together to open the energy. Whale of mighty oceans, you have seen it all. Secrets of ages are heard within your call. Teach me how to hear your words and how to understand the very roots of history of when our world began. Whale is very much like a swimming library. Sorry, guys, I have a hat on today. Whale carries the history of Mother Earth and is said to have been placed here by the ancients from the dog star Sirius. Biologists say that whale is a mammal and very possibly lived on land millions of years ago. Whoa, the contemplation of that alone. In tribal legend, whales move into the ocean. Happened when the earth shifted and Lemuria, the motherland, went below the waves. Ooh, this is very water, pick a trine, any trine, isn't it? All of our petroglyphs speak of the motherland Mu and the disaster that brought the red race to North America from the west beyond the great waters. The symbols in the petroglyphs speak of the rivers and mountains crossed by our ancestors when they sought solid ground as the water receded. Whales saw the events that led to the settling of Turtle Island in North America and have kept the records and knowledge of the motherland alive. It is said that Mu will rise again when the fire comes from the sky and lands in another ocean on Mother Earth. The native medicine people are waiting for this event as the next sign of Earth's changes. Earth's children will have to unite and honor all ways and races in order to survive. Whale medicine people are coded in their DNA to understand that sound frequencies... Oh, shit. Well, y'all, okay. That sound frequencies can bring up records in the memories of ancient knowledge. They are usually clairaudient or able to hear both very low and very high frequencies. They are usually also physically developed and psychically developed and fairly telepathic. Many times, however, they are not awakened to their gifts until it is time to use the stored records. I'm hearing activations in the water, the light in the water. This makes me think of, I follow a scientist, her name escapes me right now, but she studies quantum and light in connection with our DNA and our fascia and all of this in our body. And she was explaining how they are studying how our DNA sequences emit light. Like a not like a Morse code, but that's the best way that I can think of to describe it. And it's like we're receiving something in our DNA, but it's through the light in the water right now. It's just something you have to trust, Spirit is saying. I keep looking at Jupiter in Cancer, like us feeling highly surrounded. Okay, let me go back to reading, you guys. Many times, however, they are not awakened to their gifts until it is time to use the stored records. Many whale medicine people are able to tap into the universal mind of Great Spirit and have no idea how or why they know what they know. Only later, when they receive confirmation, do they begin to understand how they know or why they receive the impressions. Whale medicine teaches us to use sounds and frequencies that balance our emotional bodies and heal our physical forms. To recall why the shaman's drum brings healing and peace is to align with the whale's message. The drum is the universal heartbeat and aligns all beings heart to heart. Spirit is showing me a book. Okay, this may be something, I read this in 2023 and then went back and reread it more in 2024. This is huge. This may be an activation. This has to do with, look, the keys. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. Y'all, do you see the DNA, the genetic, do you see that? Remember how we keep talking about dissolution of gates and keys and Hecate and the crossroads? Do you see the fucking key? What? Okay, guys, if you don't know Magenta Pixie, go check her out. And this could be confirmation for someone. Diamond, quartz, key, codes, stargates, crystalline transformation, genetic codes. That's wild because I was doing a teaching presentation last night for a grade and it had to do with genetic mutation. The synchronicity of that is crazy. So this may be, you need to read this, or there could be activation in this book. I'll tell you what though, be mindful in meditation before you open this book and you start to read it, because it will absolutely wake up your DNA. Okay, so just be mindful of that, but that's for some. Whale medicine teaches us to use the sounds and frequencies that balance our emotional bodies and our physical forms. To recall why the shaman's drum brings healing and peace is to align with whale's message. The drum is the universal heartbeat and aligns all beings heart to heart. Before the advent of speech and the primordial language, hand signs were used and many tribes were silent most of the time. The language that was understood were the sounds of great spirits, other creatures, the animals. Wow. So crazy. I'm telling you, I was seeing, like visually, I was seeing my sound bowl. That's wild. You know, sound frequency is super powerful right now as a healing modality. If you are setting the intentions to repattern your neuro pathways in preparation for when we swing back to all of that Uranus and Gemini energy next year. Pluto is in Aquarius. What is Pluto engaging with right now? Pluto is in opposition to Jupiter. Oh, shit. Okay. Pluto in Aquarius is in a trine with Uranus being back in Taurus. So there you go right there. That totally makes sense. What else was I thinking of? Oh, Pluto in Aquarius sextile with the sun and Sagittarius. That's beautiful energy as well. Very galactic, very crystalline. You see? If you pulled the whale card, you are being asked to tap into the records and allow yourself to be sung to by those who have the original language. You can go and find meditations that's just whale song. Very powerful, especially partnered with water, with being out in nature by water, with if all you can do is put your feet in like a foot soak, maybe love and light. If you don't have a bath, you know, if you can do a spiritual bath, great. You can set the intention to have bowls of water in a sacred space, you know. Study your gemstones, of course. Quartz and amethyst, they're great go-tos. Rose quartz, those are all purpose, great. And maybe all you have is some sea salt. That's excellent, because those are going to be minerals that will connect you with that very lightning bolt, like that energy of the earth. You see what I'm saying? You are being asked to tap into the records and allow yourself to be sung to by those who have the original language. I'm hearing Spirit, what is it? I'm seeing Lyran energy. What is that? The language that a lot of people channeled. This was way before light language was on bigger platforms. Is it the Lemurians, Lyrans? It's a light language. It's on the tip of my tongue, you guys. But some people people who are not connected to each other all across the world, they were channeling similar words, and it was this thing, and people began to like set meanings, and people sing songs in this language. I can't remember what it is, but I'm hearing something like this. Let's go back. If you pulled the whale card, you are being asked to tap into the records and allow yourself to be sung to by those who have the original language. We are only creatures who do not have our own unique cry or call. Find yours. Allow your voice to use this sound to release tension or emotion. Whale signals a time of finding your origins, of seeing your overall destiny as coded in your DNA. Bro, you cannot make it up. Do you see this? Okay. Spirit said we might read something from there. Okay, hold tight. Whale signals a time of finding your origins, of seeing your overall destiny as coded in your DNA, of finding the sounds that will release those records. You may never be the same again. Note that. That's important. In fact, you've already begun the change. I'm hearing it like this. After all, you are the melody of the universe, and the harmony is sung through the song of the other creatures, and using your voice to open your memory. You are expressing your uniqueness and your personal sound. As you open to this uniqueness, the animals that are your 9 totems may then send their sounds or calls to or through you. Let me tell you what else is crazy. I was going to say that this sound reminds me of one of the sounds that I connect with in nature is like a crow sound. It's like a wah, 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 if you've ever heard it. So you could have a spirit animal, especially winged ones. Oh, yeah, I hear it now. And using your voice to open your memory, you're expressing your uniqueness and your personal sound. As you open to the uniqueness, the animals that are your 9 totems may send their sounds or calls to you or through you. This will open your personal records so that you may further explore your soul's history and commune with the whale who carries the history of us all. Whoa. I always come in here and sit down with y'all, spirit family and tribe, soul family. I never know what to expect, y'all. Okay. I had these decks set up. It's so funny. Speaking of the winged ones, I was working with this card yesterday. Look at that. I feel like I'm being called to the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. You know, we do love our Kyle Gray books over here. I keep hearing that gwa, gwa. Okay, this is what we're going to shuffle, Spirit is saying. Go to the book first. Okay, hold on. Ooh, this is how it gets in these portals of the deep waters. You guys know I have an Aquarius stellium, and Pluto is an Aquarius, so... Where are we going, Spirit? Can you show me? Okay. This is what Spirit is saying. Just read from here. And I'm just going to read an excerpt for you guys. Take from it what you will, okay? And this may be an activation, and you know, if you feel that ping, that this is going to be a book for you, okay? The blue rays of light, creators of blue starfire, are the dragons themselves. They hold natural awareness regarding artificial intelligence consciousness. Whoa, that's timely for preparation for Uranus to go back into Gemini next year. In truth, we could say these individuals are reincarnated dragons, and from this perspective, this would be true. So we have whale spirit, we have crow or raven spirit, we have dragons. What? Okay, guys, I'm just going to read. Because I was seeing lightsabers, right? Ancestors walking around the ship. Wow, okay. Hold on. Because I just went where Spirit told me, so we're going to read. In truth, we could say these individuals are reincarnated dragons, and from this perspective, this would be true. We could also refer to them as androids or cyborgs. These personality structures presented through your fiction upon your planet, such as androids and cyborgs, are representations of artificial intelligence merged with organic life. This is a very crude interpretation of what this looks like within the Galactic Society. The Sirian High Sirian High Council is coming through. We just read that some believe that the whales came from the star Sirius. Okay, stay with me, guys. The Syrian High Council, perhaps this is just a setting where we're channeling messages for Spirit for whoever needs to hear confirmation of something. This could be reading and hearing these messages and sounds as an activation in your DNA because you need to wake up to something right now. I'm hearing, wake up. I'm hearing like, wake up. You know how Neo sees that message on his screen and it's like, ... Maybe someone is trying to message someone. There's some sort of wake-up call. Okay, I'm just channeling you guys. The Syrian High Council, which is a faction of advanced elders that make decisions within the best interests of the members of what you know as the Federation or Galactic Federation of Light, are beings that one may refer to as artificial intelligence merged with organic life. However, this is only in reference to the seed structure or inception of their evolution. Spirit is saying it's not important that you understand every little piece of what is being read, that this is an activation of sorts, okay? So if you're curious, this is a nudge from the messages that you receive in through your DNA and out through your DNA. I hear it like this, that you may want to read this book, okay? DNA is able to mutate. Okay, I just told y'all I was talking about genetic mutations last night in a presentation. Listen, DNA is able to mutate and join with organic life and what you may refer to as technology. This is, in reality, electrical fields, magnetic fields, and electromagnetic fields. We were just talking about, I was seeing waves around the boat and the sound frequencies. Electromagnetics were moving through the waves, right? We were just saying this. After billions and billions of years of evolution within the Syrian consciousness, there is no remnant left of the original seed construct. That was what you would know as artificial intelligence. Within the Syrian consciousness are living memory matrix souls that hold DNA code patterning of that which you would know as canine, feline, reptilian. We were talking about the Lyrans, the Lyrans, feline, right? Canine. The dog star. Okay, and artificial intelligence. When these memory matrix souls of light heard the call from your earth, they joined in the huge starseed influx, and a great many incarnated and are still incarnating upon your planet into the third dimensional reality. Okay, Spirit is showing me where I need to read to stop. Stay with me, okay? In order to follow their mission, which was to bring plasma memory codes from the Syrian consciousness into your polarized reality, in order to assist in raising the frequency by creating a starseed critical mass upon your planet. They needed to hold the codes for the canine, feline, reptilian, and artificial intelligence frequencies. They held these 4 codex patterns together through what you may know as the Syrian flag. The Syrian flag is also known as the blue flame. So we started here, blue rays of light, blue starfire, dragons, and then we ended with the Syrian flag and the blue flame. Okay. Whoa, Spirit, where are you taking us? Okay, now we can go to the deck. Spirit is saying Those are our ancestors who are always guiding us, an energy that serves the highest and best good and harming none. We are in a safe and protected space while we channel these messages for whoever needs to hear, whatever needs to be seen. Patient. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Woo, you guys. I feel that we are tucked in the waters, the earth, the resonant frequencies. I'm seeing the chakra. Is it the earth star? Yeah, the earth star below the root into the earth. Spirit is showing me, but all the way up to the stellar. Okay, I feel that we're getting messages. I'm being taken back to when Jupiter was in Gemini, preparing us for Uranus to enter its first part of Gemini. Remember we were talking about telomeres? Do you remember we were talking about the antennas above the crown? I'm seeing Spirit is showing me how a dog can hear a pitch of a whistle that no one else can hear, and it understands how birds get quiet because they understand the vibrations in the air. And still I keep being taken back to these long cloaked figures that are ancestors walking around the boat. It's almost as if I'm being taken back in time, but there's a resonance and connection to the presence, you guys. It's like with a boat was being prepared. It makes me think of Mu and Lemuria, and if everything was going to sink, if they had the technology and the connection with the earth, they would have known. Your DNA is like a boat as well because of everything that it holds. I'm hearing it like this. I'm also hearing, hold on, we're going to read the card. The card that came out was Star being healing codes. Guys, you see this? What are the motherfucking odds? Do you see the being? How I kept saying ancestors walking around the boat? Dude, sorry. I mean, but I'm not though. Oh, my little bat. Let's put him over here because the animals don't like to be knocked over. But I'm hearing Melchizedek. And yes, there was an organic brotherhood and priest, wizardry, sorcery, whatever. Just because you hear Melchizedek, don't go super negative, okay? Hold on, guys. In Gnosticism, Melchizedek was kind of like an archangel type of fathering, protective figure. Wow. Okay, there's so many rabbit holes we could go down here, but Spirit is not really giving me anything else. So maybe that's just a connection for someone. Okay, let's go ahead and read the card. It says, important information. Wounds are healed, recharging. Constantly through the collective right now. You know, I love to connect with intuitives, readers that I really respect, channelers, astrologers. The message is to slow down, be very still, be in the boat, be flexible, be mutable. Hello, Sagittarius fire, right? Look at this. Could you maybe hypothesize, look at this, that could be interpreted also as a dragon above the head, but you can also see it like an archangel or a high light being type of figure. Look, everybody stay inside the boat, put all hands on deck. Why am I thinking of that asteroid? I mean, that A1, what is it called, y'all? I'm sorry, I haven't been keeping up with it. Okay, Spirit is saying it's not really important to get into that right now. Okay, let's read this together. Star being healing codes. Whoa, sorry, I just flipped past Order of Melchizedek. Embraced by light, mission uncovered, don't give up. Okay, Spirit says I'm bringing you here for a reason. Let's read this together. Melchizedek, pronounced Melchizedek, whose name means King of Righteousness, is the first high priest mentioned in the Bible, the one who initiated all the great teachers that followed him. No, we are not religious or biblical over here. We respect wisdom in all teachings in all forms. And we're channeling where Spirit is taking us, okay? So love and light. Don't get distracted. Stay with me. He is mentioned in several Abrahamic texts, including Dead Sea Scrolls and also Kabbalist Zohar. He is an ancient gatekeeper of the light who is dedicated to helping all those walking the spiritual path to take the initiatory steps to align with the light. The best way to describe this being is as a great wizard. I'm hearing, "You shall not pass." Was that Gandalf? I'm seeing Gandalf. I'm seeing Dumbledore. You get the picture, right? Spirit showing me Moses. I'm hearing dang, I'm seeing Metatron's cube now. Enochian. Okay, these could be activation words for whoever's hearing. When you invoke him, you will feel the presence of a loving and angelic grandfather, perhaps someone who has an ancestor. I know I do, an ancestor they were very close to that was a male figure or a grandfatherly, great-grandfatherly type of figure could be coming through. When you invoke him, you will feel the presence of a loving and angelic grandfather who wants to guide you to your greatness. The Order of Melchizedek, which was mentioned by Jesus or Yeshua in the New Testament, is a divine order of very high-frequency light beings, angels, and masters who are working together as an energetic force dedicated to lighting up and outshining all darkness and bringing a greater balance of masculine and feminine energies to the earth. Its members included Jesus Christ, Archangel Michael, Archaea Faith, and Mother Mary. By connecting with these cosmic beings, remember, don't get stuck in the dogmatic perception of what words mean. Remember what the whale was teaching us before words, right? Understand it's a frequency, it's an archetype of energy that's very cosmic, right? It's very high vibrational. We give permission for our energy to be upgraded by light and to light so that we may become an even greater vessel of purpose for the world. When you're feeling challenged by something that feels like a big life lesson, hello, the year of 9. I mean, in all this scorpionic frequency, thank goodness for the Sagittarius fire. I know we are all, pick a trine, any trine, right? Like pick a lesson, any lesson. I feel you. When you're feeling challenged by something that feels like a big lesson, call in the Order of Melchizedek, light bearers, angelic beings, and cosmic guides. Thank you for enveloping me, for enveloping us in your brilliant, crystal clear light. Look, we're not even reading this card yet, but you see the crystal clear light. We're reading Melchizedek because obviously, I was channeling that word and then I flip right past it. So you have learned so much and are now recognizing all the great lessons of your experiences and challenges and what they've brought you. The Order of Melchizedek is coming to you today to encourage you to continue on your pathway and not give up. Even in moments of what? Darkness, yes, and in fear. This is the light in the lantern. Do you see that? How we've been talking about that? Even in moments of darkness and fear, there is the opportunity for you to share your light. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's imperative for you to know you're not alone. Light is with you and within you. And by invoking spiritual support, you will be able to muster up the strength, courage, and focus you need to surmount whatever challenges you face. I'm seeing like all this Star Wars stuff right now, you guys. Maybe that's a message for someone. Maybe someone watched that with that fatherly figure, or there's some kind of connection there. I keep hearing the resistance. Oh, I'm seeing a lot more, but it's not the space for that today, Spirit says. Light is with you and within you, and by invoking spiritual support, you will be able to muster up your strength, courage, and focus you need to surmount whatever challenges you face. Okay, so we're going to read Star Being healing codes now. Important information. Wounds are healed. Recharging. I'm seeing so clearly like someone looking at their phone, like waiting. Maybe it's a period of waiting on messages, waiting on confirmations. There's something about like a phone is blinking, the battery's going to die, but you got to put it down to let it charge. That can be metaphorical and literal for some. There are many names for star beings, such as ET, star people, star ancestors, sky people, and more. Whatever they are called, they are divinely inspired, evolved beings existing in dimensions we can't even comprehend. They are the overseers of the cosmos, and like angels, are divine expressions of the heart of Source, who are dedicated to the well-being of the entire universe. They aren't limited by time or space, for they are from a higher dimension. Their frequency healings are received on a spiritual level and can then move through our energy centers to affect the physical. Yes, you see, is this energy of the frequencies moving through us. But that doesn't happen, Spirit is saying, when you're running around like a crazy, like a chicken with your head cut off, okay? It happens when you're locked in on the boat. You're grounded. You're trusting Uranus and Taurus frequencies, right? You're trusting the guidance of the pole star. That's Aquarius energy, but it's also the galactic center. You understand? There's a pull. We're going to the place. I'm hearing, y'all, what is that from? I'm hearing, we're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Dun, dun, dun. Is that Little Einsteins? Okay. Their frequency healings are received on a spiritual level and can then move through our energies to affect the physical. What happens? The light comes in the DNA translates, and then it moves through the physical being. This is how Spirit is showing me. These cosmic beings are our interplanetary cousins. I'm hearing intergalactic planetary, okay? And are now coming to many souls on Earth in support of healing, expansion, and harmony. Star beings exist in multiple forms and come from many different universes, but this card is a gateway that transports us to one of their healing sanctuaries. Okay, I feel the energy is kind of coming down. Maybe that's why I felt so high keyed up as soon as I stepped into the portal for this message. It's like a transportation, right? It is a gateway that is open to many different star beings, and so it doesn't stipulate which cosmic race is coming to us, but we will be receiving healing codes directly from cosmic guides. The healing can be emotional, physical, and spiritual. However it comes, know that it is a great blessing. I'm seeing something is so interesting in this image in my mind's eye. It's like a wormhole. It's like things that can unexpectedly come from within the earth, but they were initially very cosmic, and they were waiting kind of like a DNA activation. They were waiting on an activation to let out a certain frequency, okay? And now I'm seeing waters. That could be in the ocean, right? Say, thank you, star beings of healing, for placing your hands of light upon my being and guiding me back to my whole and healed self. If the world seems overwhelming, or intense at this time, know that it is okay. It's okay. It is okay for you to retreat to a safe space and cleanse and recharge your energy. You may feel called to be a healer for others and share healing with the world, but please ensure you are balanced and filled up with the light first. This is not the time for you to sacrifice your own well-being in order to serve others. Light beings are placing their hands upon you now, filling you with divine light that will wash away any blockages or stagnant energy standing in the way of your freedom and wholeness. I'm hearing this song, and I was scrolling through my feed, and it's not about being religious, but you know how I feel about, like, I was raised in the Southern Bible Belt, honey, and we love a good hymn because it's not about the dogma of it. It's about the frequency and the energy and what it means to other people, and how certain songs or certain like for praise and worship music, for example, you know, a hymn. I mean, I don't care who you are. Somebody can be belting out Amazing Grace. Or another example could be like pick a song, right? unites people in energetic healing, and they share a common ground in frequency and reverence, right? But I'm hearing this song because I was scrolled past it in a reel or whatever it was I was looking at. You know the song, as I went down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down by the river to pray. Dun, 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 dun. It's the river, it's the water. You see that? Light beings are placing their hands upon you now, filling you with divine light that will wash away any blockages or stagnant energy standing. What am I hearing? Greater is he that will come, and he will bring you. What is that? The rivers of life, and you'll never thirst again. I'm hearing this, something like this. Star beings are channeling healing codes and frequencies into your being. It is important for you to stay alert for any intuitive guidance about your body so you can be restored to health once more. This could be a message about health as we finish. South Node, karmic South Node in Virgo, wrapping up and ending up the last seasons, the last of the wheel of the year in this Virgo energy, right? Okay. As I went down, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear. I'm hearing diadem, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a word for a starry crown. Diadem, this could be the zodiac, constellations of the zodiac. Hello, Galactic Center. Yes, a diadem is a type of crown, an ornamental headband worn by monarchs. It is a badge of royalty. It is a badge of, divine sovereignty. The crown chakra, a crown jewel. Interesting. A diadem can be a crown or something on the crown. Very interesting. Could be a message. Take it as you will, of course. Always trust your own intuition. What do we have, Spirit? Whoa, phantom quartz. Embrace change. Do you see that? What do we have with phantom quartz, Spirit? Shungite on the bottom. Look, detox your life. We were talking about health too. Yeah, absolutely. Phantom quartz. Let's look at it together. In a period of flux. Hello. Ooh, child, I know you better tap in. In a period of flux, find comfort in the uncomfortable. Change is happening all around you, so make the most of it. After all, the only thing that is constant in life is change. Embrace the uncertainty and lean into inevitable. These are opportunities that allow you to grow, evolve, and move forward. It's how you move through the stations of life that make or break your journey, right? Much like being on a what? A boat. Everybody say it with me. We need a bigger boat. Okay, shout out. It's how you move through the stations of life. The Buddha, right? The Buddha vibration and frequency of understanding, it just riding the waves. Okay. The journey is the destination. I'm getting something like this coming through. Instead of resisting change, right? Compassionate detachment. Hello. Instead of resisting change, allow it to propel you forward so you can level up in your life. Ask yourself, what changes are happening in your life? How are you responding to these shifts? How would you ideally respond if you were living from your purpose? Affirmation, I embrace change. Today, confidently address an area of your life that you've been avoiding. Identify something you can do to change or accept it. Wow. All right, Spirit, where should we go? So this is the energy that we have, right? What a contrast to thinking about water and Thinking about crow. What else do we have? This could be very dragon-esque. This makes me think of this resinous stone that I created with like oils and gems and stones. Rose petals and all kind of things. This was Hathor. This was Horus. This was Ra. Some kind of activation here, you guys, for sure. This makes me think of it. Look, I made this in the year of the dragon last year. Look at that. Do you see this as well? Remember how we were saying you could even imagine that's a dragon. That's a diadem of a dragon, Spirit said. Look at that. The crown of the dragon. What? Wow. Okay. We'll put the dragon out here. Where should we go next, Spirit? Okay, we're going to go to the angel numbers. And then I think we'll leave it there. Okay. This makes you think of someone's energy being surrounded. Look at the frequential messages through numerology. A cocoon. That's a repetitive message. Look, new beginnings on the bottom. Do you see the triple sun? The grand central sun, the Sirius star, and Alcyone. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear a starry crown. That's how I'm hearing it. I don't know if that's the original lyrics. Good Lord, show me the way. The symbolism was that you were connected in sovereignty to the divine. Now I'm seeing Queen Elizabeth. What? Okay. I think there's a lot of deep messages in this. Lots of rabbit holes here. Okay, we have 4-4. Stability. Look at that. It makes me think of the organic. I'm hearing the organic template. The organic box. What? Yo, but do you see the color? Okay, let's not forget. Look at this. Look at this. Do you see this? The keys will remain stable, I'm hearing. Dissolution of gates and keys. It's more about the dissolution of the gates, but not of the keys, Spirit is saying, to clarify that message further. Let's read 44. Look at you putting in that hard work to lay some beautiful solid foundations to build upon. Your angels see you. This is a message of support for you. Overcome any obstacles that come up one step at a time. Check in on the things that keep you solid. Are your relationships good? This makes me think of a simpler version of a diamond. If the core of the diamond is stable, all of the faceted energy that shines out of it will be stable. Okay, a stable core. What is that about? Look, in the earth. The core of the earth. Interesting. Check in on the things that keep you solid. Are your relationships good? What about your habits and your overall well-being? There's that Virgo energy again. There's that 6th house energy. Strong foundations and stability, inner work and healing. Positive solutions are available to you. Celebrate your hard work and reaping rewards. I am strong. I am steady. I am supported. I'm getting some kind of message. This is channeling, right? This is a big channeling portal today. If there's a concern about health, just go ahead and check in on that. Stay up on that. Okay. Just wrapping out that Virgo year of 9 on a healthy note, whether it's mental health or physical health, you know, they work together. So just if you feel a nudge or if you've been working on something good for you, Spirit is saying, good job. Because if we're not dealing with ourselves and our health in the best of ways, when these frequencies and codes come through and these activations occur, what happens sometimes is the physical vessel can kind of get a little unhinged. That's like trying to run programs through a really old computer. You know what I'm saying? That's why these portals and the void portals of the water are so important right now, to do that work for yourself. I'm hearing that again, that gwa, gwa, gwa. Maybe someone is saying, oh, you guys, I'm going to tell you twice again. After the other day, I saw the 3 freaking vultures. Not 1. 3 vultures. Unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, may all people live as long as life as possible and be healthy, you know, be grounded, be well, be safe. Death has been around, and I like to keep my private life private, but you guys, love and light, okay? Be mindful. Karmic paths, what are we saying, Spirit? Karmic paths have to walk all the way out, and, you know, it's not for us to say what is karma for some. Just be mindful of that, okay? Massive liquidation en masse. I'm hearing Uranus and Taurus, okay? Okay. 1321, awareness. Look, we were pointing out this figure when we first opened the deck, weren't we? We were saying this person was surrounded. Now I'm being taken back to the image when I was first channeling. They're walking around the boat. What was it called? The buzz bow? Going around the boat. Awareness. Okay, let's read that together. Whoa, you guys, tap in the way the energy is flowing right now. Just be with it. Just be with it and don't force it. That's a message for some. Take a deep breath and reassess. There's no need to rush right now, only a need to turn inward and reflect. Are there things you should change to better align with your goals? Are you doing things that actually allow you to utilize your abilities? Try to find focus and ignore the distractions and stick to your goals. Not me pulling the 9 of Wands. Ooh, the 9 of Wands has been out, y'all, too. That's a Sagittarius card as well. Man, oh man. Ever the wounded warrior. Stay resilient. Stay strong, okay? Reflection and try to find focus and ignore the distractions. Stick to your goals. Find creative solutions to reach them. Reflection and reevaluation. Finding and maintaining focus. Goal-oriented, personal and skill development. It's okay to pause and reflect. Yes. Ooh, let's just take a minute. Ooh, Palo Santo. Yeah, I think so too, Spirit. Yeah. It's not for you to be worried and tied up in anxiety and anxiousness right now. That's not going to serve you. That's like putting the anchors and the ropes back down, but that is not the direction we are preparing to go. Right? Let's get some more Palo Santo in there. Your ancestors are close by, okay? Perhaps someone feels called to work with an ancestral altar or just spend time. I noticed this morning I always keep a picture of my grandfather by my altars over there that I'm actively working. And I have these little butterflies. And it's so funny, you guys. It's so wild. These little, it's like a light material, and you'll bump something or you're cleaning, you're doing whatever. The butterflies will fall in different places. And I'll always look where my little butterfly falls. And my butterfly was just perched right above his picture this morning. I took a minute and just put my hand on it, and I like to speak to my ancestors. You know what I think? I think we will see if we have a message from a tarot card, and then we'll leave it there, you guys. Perseverance on the bottom of the deck. Oh, I opened this deck early this morning too, you guys, and dang, I opened the box, and I shit you not, this card just this energy, you guys, right now, love and light. Spirit, ancestors, and team, always in service of the highest and best good. Spirit, ancestors, our team, and higher self. Is there a message that we need to see? Well, okay. Wow. Okay, we have the Emperor. Energetic protection, strong boundaries. We were just talking about Diadem and divine sovereignty, okay? Claiming divine sovereignty. claiming your divine sovereignty. I'm hearing protecting your crown, but it's more about your crown chakra. Okay, I'm hearing this so loudly because we're going to have to know who the fuck we are. We're going to have to know our divine authority, okay? Also, the Emperor is victorious. I'm hearing that. The Emperor is victorious, okay? This could be you standing in, like I said, your authority about something, right? But this is not in a dog-headed, stubborn kind of way. It's in a divine sovereignty kind of way. Hold on, you guys. This is an Aries card, of course. But whenever we see, I mean, obviously we think about excessive control and abuse of power and stuff like that right now. Yes, we understand that all those karmic things will be made to heal. And again, it's a reiterated message. Don't be out there trying to play karma right now. You do you. You return to the light. You do what it is that you know you're supposed to do in alignment with, okay? There's something here about being strategic. That could be with your health. That could be with your personal resources. This could be how you're making moves right now. But there's something about where you're stable, where you're strong, where your values are. Have good energetic boundaries right there, okay? Because there is a frequency of, when all the ships are going to and fro and everybody's dropping over the tip of the aneretic degrees, people are flailing hands out everywhere. You know what I'm saying? What was it that we were reading? The Star Being card, was saying now it's not the time to be out there moving crazy out your energy. Trying to, there's Spirit is reminding me of like this white knighting syndrome in narcissistic, especially converted narcissistic frequencies where we love and light, whoever it may be, right? Tries to make an identity out of saving people, something like this, but it's not out of true compassion. Just be mindful and protect your energy, okay? We had 4-4, so this is another 4. So we have 4-4-4. I don't remember the numbers on some of the other cards, though, to be honest. There is divine authority that is circling this boat, that is circling your energy. I'm drawn back once again to this picture of how she's encircled by the energy, right? And the numbers are in gold, which makes me think of the crown chakra. There's something about the way that we move, the way that we secure our foundations, the way that we are making decisions right now. There are some things that we need to keep strong in willpower about. Uranus and Taurus, again, is going to ask us to find stability in unexpected places because, again, what was I hearing? Liquidation en masse, okay? Some people could be evaluating commitment issues right now. Maybe you're struggling with some sort of authority, right? And you have set a course so that it could be like, I gotta get out of this job. It's not good for me anymore. I have to move out of this area. Whatever the case is on your path. It's just being mindful of how you execute things right now. Considering if the Emperor encompasses all of the kings, he's got a lot of strategic thinking. That's like the big boss of the whole entire ordeal, right? That's CFO, CEO energy, long-term planning. Consider longevity right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of tapping the end of the messages, you guys. Woo! What a portal I did not expect to sit down into. I love you guys. I hope you're doing well and taking care of yourselves, okay? Just remember that you control your perspective, right? And it's important to stay grounded, but while also remaining very mutable, very fluid right now. Is not going to be a good time to have massive knockdown, drag out power struggles. It's not. You'll know when Spirit and your ancestors and team and when your higher self places you directly on a path and you know when you have to execute or stand up or use your throat chakra, whatever the case may be, you will know. But just being out here absentmindedly, kind of getting caught in the undertow of a lot of chaotic energy because it's dying, that's not going to be serving us very well. you know. All right, so I love you guys. Okay, take good care. I'll check back in with us as soon as I can. It's 12:12 on the clock. Wow, we went from 11:11 to 12:12, y'all. All right, I love you guys. Take good care. We'll talk soon. Bye.